Good morning, Jai children. In this video, I will explain what happened when he was tossed into the water, how he tried to overcome everything. We will study. It seemed a long way down. Those 9 feet were more like 90. And before I touched bottom, my lungs were ready to burst. But when my feet hit bottom, I summoned all my strength and made what I thought was a great spring upward. I imagined I would bob to the surface like a cork. Instead, I came up slowly. I opened my eyes and saw nothing but water. Water that had a dirty yellow tinge to it. I grew panically. I reached up as if to grab a rope, and my hands clutched only at water. I was suffocating. I tried to yell, but no sound came out. Then my eyes and nose came out of the water, but not my mouth. Summoned, gathered, spring, push, bob, jump, tinge, touch of color, suffocating, unable to breathe due to lack of air or oxygen, yell, scream. William took a long time to reach the bottom of the pool. It seems that the depth was 90 feet instead of 9 feet. Out of fear, he could not hold his breath and felt as if his lungs would burst. When his feet touched the bottom of the pool, he gathered all his strength and jumped upward. He had thought that the next moment he would come out of the pool, but the opposite happened. His movement upward was slow, and when he opened his eyes, he saw water all around, which was yellowish in color. William got scared and tried to grab something, a rope which would help him reach the edge of the pool, but he got nothing other than water. William was at loss of breath and tried to scream for help, but no sound came out of his mouth. His nose and eyes came out of the water, but his mouth remained in it. I flailed at the surface, waved his hands, swallowed and choked, unable to breathe. I tried to bring my legs up, but they hung as dead weight, paralyzed and rigid. A great force was pulling me under. I screamed, but only the water heard me. I had started on the long journey back to the bottom of the pool. Rigid, hard, not flexible. It's opposite of the flexible. It's very interesting line. I screamed, but only the water heard. Which literary device is used in this line? This is my question, and after watching this video, you have to answer me this question. Underline this line. I screamed, but only the water heard me. William moved his hands at the surface of the water for help, but he swallowed water and choked himself. He tried to pull his legs up, but they were very heavy and lifeless. He felt that something was pulling him toward the depth of the pool. He screamed, but his voice did not go out of the water. Once again, William started going down towards the bottom of the pool. I struck at the water as I went down, expending my strength as one in the nightmare fight, an irresistible force. I had lost all my breath. My lungs ached, my head throbbed. I was getting dizzy, but I remembered the strategy. I would spring from the bottom of the pool and come like a cork to the surface. I would lie flat on the water, strike out with my arms and thrash with my legs. Then I would get to the edge of the pool and be safe. This was the strategy he planned, what I explained. Expending, losing, giving out. Ached, pain, throbbed, felt pain in a series of beats. Dizzy, faint. Strategy, plan of action. Strike out, extend. Thrash, hit with force. William tried to save himself from drowning in the pool and tried to grab something, but as there was water all around, he could not do so. He compares his situation to a person who sees a nightmare and fights against the dreadful dream but is unable to ward it off. William was breathless. He felt pain in his lungs and his heart, in his head, felt a sensation of breathing, sensation of beating. He was getting unconscious, but he could recollect the plan to save himself. As his feet touched the bottom, he would take a leap and jump up to the surface in jiffy. Then he would lie on his back, hit the strokes with his limbs, and reach to the edge of the pool to safety. Whatever he could do, he tried to do his best to protect himself. I went down endlessly. I opened my eyes, nothing but water with a yellow glow, dark water that one could not see through, and then sheer stark terror seized me. Again, I want to give you a task. Read this line, and then sheer stark terror seized me. I want to know which literary device is used in this line. Terror that knows the same, in the same, continue with this same line. Terror that knows no understanding, terror that knows no control, terror that knows no one can understand who has not experienced it. I was shrinking underwater. I was paralyzed underwater, stiff, frigid with fear. Even the screams in my throat were frozen. Again, in this all line, in the same passage, you have to describe each line. Only my heart and the pounding in my head said that I was still alive. It's the tale of his struggle to survive. Stark, severe, seas gripped, shrinking, screaming, paralyzed, incapable of movement, pounding, repeated beating. William sank into the pool and the journey downwards seemed endless. He opened his eyes. There was water all around. It had a yellowish glow and he could not see through it. This terrorized William. He says that his feeling cannot be explained, but it can only be understood by those who have experienced a same situation. He was screaming in the water. He was unable to move due to the fear. His screams also froze. Only his heartbeat and the beating in his head indicated that he was alive. And then, in the midst of the terror, came a touch of reason. I must remember to jump when I hit the bottom. At last, I felt the tile under me. My toes reached out as if to grab them. I jumped with everything I had in the midst of between. In between the phase of terror, William recollected the plan that he had to take a jump as he touched the bottom of the pool. As he felt the tiles of the bottom of the pool, his feet used all the strength he had and he jumped up. But the jump made no difference. The water was still around me. I looked for ropes, ladders, water wings, nothing but water. A mass of yellow water held me. Stark terror took an even deeper hold on me, like a great charge of electricity. I shook and trembled with fright. My arms wouldn't move, my legs wouldn't move. I tried to call for help, to call for mother. Nothing happened. The effort went in vain. He was still submerged in the water. He looked around for help, for any rope, ladder or water wing with the help of which he could rescue himself. He could only see water all around. It was as if a chunk of yellow water had grabbed him. The terror grew intense. It was like an electric shock that ran through the whole body. He trembled with fright. He could neither move his limbs nor call out for help. In that time, he only remembered his mother. And then, strangely, there was light. I was coming out of the awful yellow water. At least my eyes were. My nose was almost out too. Then I started down a third time. I sucked for air and got water. The yellowish light was going out. Then all effort ceased. I relaxed. Even my legs felt limbs, and a blackness swept over my brain. It wiped out fear. It wiped out of terror. There were no more panic. It was quiet and peaceful. Nothing to be afraid of. This is nice to be drowsy, to go to sleep. No need to jump. Too tired to jump. It's nice to be carried gently, to float along in space. Tender arms around me, tender arms like mothers. Now I must go to sleep. Seized, ended, limp, lifeless. Something strange happened when he lost all his hope of survival, hope of life. Something strange happened, and what was that? William saw light. His eyes came out of the water. His nose was almost out of it. Then he started going downward into the pool. For the third time he tried to breathe, but gulped water instead. The light went out as he droned again. Then he stopped making efforts to save himself. William relaxed. His legs became lifeless and his brain experienced black out. The fear ended. He did not panic. He became quiet and experienced peace. He was not afraid of drowning anymore. He felt sleepy, was tired to jump up, felt nice to be carried in his mother's arm as he felt sleepy. I crossed to oblivion and the curtain of life fell. Oblivion, the state of being aware or unconscious of what is happening around one curtain of the life. Life came to an end. William became unconscious as he drifted away towards death. The next I remember, I was lying on my stomach beside the pool, vomiting. The chap that threw me in was saying, but I was only fooling. Someone said, the kid nearly died. Be all right now. Let's carry him to the locker room. When William gained consciousness, he was lying on his stomach beside the pool and was vomiting. He heard someone scolding the boy who had pushed him into the pool. The voice said that William had almost died, and the boy replied that he was fooling with him. The voice asked the boy to carry William to the locker room. So what happened? When he was tossed into the water, he struggled till he lost all his strength. Every possible effort he made. He tried to rescue his life from drowning. Finally he was escaped, but that became a nightmare to that little boy, who is William Douglas. पानी में उसको फेंक दिया गया. पानी में जाने के बाद उसने बहुत कोशिश की, एक नई स्ट्रेटेजी के साथ, हर बार ज़मीन पे ज़ोर से पैर पटक के कॉर्क की तरह बाहर आने के लिए, एक्शन रिएक्शन का लॉ लगा के बाहर आने की उसने बहुत कोशिश की, लेकिन हर बार वो नाकाम हो गया था. एक ऐसा वक्त आया कि उसको खौफ ने उसको पूरा अपने चारों तरफ से जकड़ लिया था. उसको ज़िंदगी की कोई उम्मीद नहीं महसूस हो रही थी, और एक ऐसी स्टेज पे पहुंच गया था जब उसको ऐसा लग रहा था कि वो what we can say, उस हादसे ने विलियम डगलस को बहुत खौफजदा किया, और उसका असर उनकी पूरी ज़िंदगी पे था. जब उनको होश आया तो उन्होंने क्या महसूस किया? पानी में जब थे और ऐसा लगा कि वो बेजान हो चुके हैं, उनको कोई उठा के ले जा रहा है आराम से, और जब उन्हें होश आया तो उनको क्या याद आया कि उनको किनारे पे लिटा के उल्टी कराई जा रही थी. पेट पे पानी चला जाता, आपको पता ही है, तो उल्टी कराई जा रही थी, और उस लड़के को लोग डांट रहे थे जिसने उसको पानी में फेंका था. उसके लिए एक जोक था. किसी की ज़िंदगी से खेलना कभी कभी दूसरों के लिए मजाक होता है, और उसके मजाक में वो मौत की दहलीज तक पहुँच गया था. और ये जो हादसा था, इसकी यादें विलियम डगलस के दिमाग में बहुत सालों तक रही. जिसका असर उन पर बहुत गहरा पड़ा। लेकिन फिर भी विलियम डगलस ने कभी हार नहीं मानी। आप देखेंगे, जब आगे पढ़ेंगे तो आप देखेंगे कि विलियम डगलस ने कभी भी इस सफ़र में हार नहीं मानी। कुछ वक्त के लिए रुके, कुछ वक्त के लिए थक के ज़रूर बैठ गए, लेकिन हार नहीं मानी। उन्होंने अपनी कोशिशें जारी रखी और आखिरकार अपने डर को उन्होंने हरा ही दिया। ये एक बहुत अच्छी स्टोरी है, बहुत अच्छा मॉरलफुल। आई होप यू एन्जॉय। I will explain rest of the part in my next video. Keep watching and answer my questions. What I ask in this video, answer, and I will wait. Okay, thank you very much for watching me, joining my class. Take care of yourself. Jai Hind to all.